Good evening. Welcome to the Vital Football Podcast with your writers from the Vital Network. I'm Ash, who writes for Newcastle. We have Crippy, who writes for Man City, and Liam, who writes for Everton. How are you doing, boys?
Good, cheers, Ash.
Good. What we're going with today, here we go, baby. Someone in the chat already. That's what I like to see. Here we go, baby. Right, lads. So obviously we've got a few things to cover tonight, mostly still World Cup related. I'm currently watching Newcastle trying to get the better of Bournemouth in the Carabao Cup. And we've got score predictions back because the Premier League is coming back.
Yay.
Football is back, yeah.
Look, there's somebody called Andy somebody.
Wow.
Hey up, lads.
Doesn't ring a bell.
Nah, not at all.
Hello, Andy.
If you're going to do it, you need to do it in the Yorkshire accent at least.
I don't want to embarrass myself.
Butcher it, yeah, butcher it.
We've got our festive jumpers on because we're going into the Christmas season. You lads have gone well above and beyond on yours.
Mine's the one and only Hammers.
He
did actually play for us.
Mine's just standard. When you're as fat as me, you just take what you can get. But if you weren't feeling festive enough, we've always got this.
Oh my God! Where did you get that from? Oh my God!
Would you mind telling us the story of this one?
Okay, so that oh God, that's me as I think I'm Joseph, and the girl next to us, that's my sister. So that's an old. Oh my God, that's the nativity back at primary school. I think also I had to leave the stage because I either wet myself, or had to go to the toilet. So that was embarrassing.
I'm so glad I found that photo.
Yeah, if my sister was on watching, she'd tell you the story. I'll have to ask her tonight. I'm pretty sure I had to like run off in tears or something because I had to go to the toilet or something like that. I had an accident. One of the two.
Fantastic.
Oh my
Just
God.
some childhood trauma.
Oh God. Look at me.
Like, you know, poor Liam's had it. Jack's had it.
Nah, that's good. That's good.
I suppose.
I was waiting for a photo of me, to be fair, next. Not gonna lie. I was waiting
In the interest of fairness, let's go with my youth.
That's amazing. Go on.
Check
Look at that!
Boy.
Look at that boy!
Check that out.
Look at that.
Anyway,
that's not a bad picture.
No, I won an award, that man.
That's good, yeah.
Biggest hair in Spennymoor. Right, before we kick off, Liam, you sent something over tonight that was absolutely class, and of course I went and saved the image, and I've got it here.
Oh,
the worst 11 of the World Cup.
I like it. Oh, I like it.
Who's that guy up front?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Is that Mr. Ronaldo, best player in the world, the GOAT?
Lautaro is a good shout as well, because my God, he was winding me up. He comes off the bench to try and score a goal and bottles 3 chances. Mate, off you get. Get off.
I think they're all pretty fair, aren't they, if we're honest?
Well, Mendy's have a good tournament.
I think France have got... Yeah, they could have had another France player in there. You could have had, I reckon, what was it? That upper Meccano wasn't too great. Hernandez, yeah. Maybe one of those two, maybe. But that's a good 11, or a bad 11.
Have Ronaldo in the World Cup worst 11, and when Messi won it, it's just
yeah.
Which brings us on nicely to what we've got to talk about. Argentina, the world champions. Liam, you don't look too happy about it, mate. Were you going into France or?
I don't really bother who won it, to be fair. My big thing was was it the quarters or the semis? Have you seen the video after the changing rooms when they were chanting?
Yes, yeah.
So imagine that I was England players chanting about any other country in the world.
Oh, that'd have been hell on. Pure
that's my only pet peeve.
But mostly from our own press.
Yeah,
that's what I mean. But the thing is, it's like, who would have seen them winning the World Cup after they got beat by Saudi Arabia?
Not me. I rolled them out.
Imagine if anyone.
But then the same thing happened to Spain when they won it. You got beat by Switzerland, was it?
Yeah, 1-0 against Switzerland. I think it was. Yeah.
So, fantastic memories, lads.
No,
Yeah, do you know why I remember?
Get beat.
I'll tell you why I remember, Ask. I lost money. I had them in an acca, and they lost me money. That's why I remember that one.
I mean, if I'm right in thinking, I'm pretty sure it was Gedson Fernandez that scored.
I think so, yeah. I was livid.
That's from memory, that, you know.
Because I knew they were going to do well that tournament, because obviously they did one in the Euros, but they bottled that. I was like, right, that's it. I'm not doing any more accas. I'm sick of it. And so, yeah, I remember that game vividly.
Then the next week he's in Ladbrokes.
Oh, no, I did another one for this World Cup, but yeah.
Of course he did.
Of course.
But yeah, imagine you were the guy who put on Argentina to win the World Cup after the just got beat off Saudi Arabia. Mint. And has it or has it not answered this question? Has it put it to bed? Is Messi the GOAT? Is he better than Ronaldo?
Yeah. If there's any doubt, yeah. If he was already the GOAT for me. I think he could score. He could have a goalless career and still be the GOAT based on his performances. That's why people love him the most, because it's the solo runs, it's the passing, it's his movement, it's technically how good he is on the ball. He's got everything about his game, and then to add, he scores and assists pretty much one a game, which is just outstanding for over a 15-year, 20-year career. So it does end the debate of Maradona, and I think I'm glad that finally now that's been put to bed.
Yeah, we don't have that cheating bastard down. I just think as well for Messi, it's his intelligence that I like. Like, he knows that his legs have gone a little bit.
Yeah.
So he's just where he needs to be, as opposed to making his own space and running into it. He
picks his moments.
Knows how to play the game, and it puts him a step above. Also, he's not a whinging little cockrag like Ronaldo, so there's that as well. He's
more likable, more humble.
Much more. Liam, are you in agreement, my friend?
Yeah.
Are you
I was just reading the comment, that was all.
I haven't seen that come up yet. Let's have a look.
Ronaldo's done it in every league. That's my only argument. Messi's done it for Barcelona.
Messi has got no more arguments. Thank God has done it in this country. Well, if we're on countdown, where's Rachel Riley? That's what I want to know. Hello.
But my debate always is with that is that Ronaldo has done in other countries and won titles, which is impressive. But player for player, who do you think is a better player when it comes to what you want out of it on the pitch? Not forget, suitability and versatility. I mean, in terms of ability on the pitch, when it comes to, let's say technique, whatever, pace, power, that kind of thing. Who do you think is the better player? Because I've always felt that Messi topped Ronaldo in that.
I've always been Team Messi. And it comes more down from the fact that I just can't stand Ronaldo's face. But
I love what he's made of himself.
There is football and reason behind it as well. So
I think Messi's probably has more natural ability, and Ronaldo's had to. Obviously, he's worked on it, of course, but I think Ronaldo is. There's such different players in terms of Ronaldo is more. He is more athletic as a player. His athleticism is greater than Messi's, but he's worked on it. But I think Messi is a technical when it comes to sort of running with the ball at his feet and how intricate he can play football. I just think he's outstanding. Some of the goals he's scored is absolutely insane.
He's not wrong, mind. We do need to get some totty on the channel. I mean, we've got Crippy. What more do you want? Messi doesn't act like a petulant kid when he loses, and he's hit the nail on the head there for me.
Yeah,
it's about, well, I was going to say it's about how much he respects his fellow professional, but then he's caught mopping up the dressing room floor with a Mexico shirt, wasn't he? So.
Yeah, not
there's always going to be the dark side to everyone, pretty much. How people see it. Things don't come out as much as they do for Messi as they do Ronaldo. For me, anyway, I don't think.
Yeah, I don't think Messi craves the attention as much. So
no, he's more.
He doesn't necessarily have people following him.
Yeah. I don't even mind Ronaldo being a bit of a knob, to be honest, but just be a good teammate and just put the effort in on the pitch. Don't always be seen with your arms in the air like, oh, woe is me, and make excuses. The rest is immaterial to me.
No, yeah, you're right. I mean, there are good ways to be a knob. Look at Andy Martinez. There's no fucking bigger knob on the planet than him, and he's class.
Yeah.
When he was getting the ball for the penalty shootout and throwing it away so the France player had to go and get it.
Joe Hart would have been proud, wouldn't he? That's
Genius.
how you do it. That is how you do it.
Genius level shithousery, that.
Yeah.
I don't know how he got away with not getting booked for it, though.
He did eventually. He did it, yeah. And that'll be a rule now because he's gone so far. It'll be a thing now. Referees will say, right, if you play out, yellow card's coming straight out. So this is probably the last time he'll get away with it, I think, fully.
I don't mind a bit of mind games. Like, there was that going on as well, and I enjoyed the Argentinian subs as well. Every time the ball went out of play, they'd hoof the ball up into the stands just to get themselves a second or two more.
Yeah.
I like a bit of shithousery like that when it's not. And he had a golden glove as a knob. Yeah, that picture's fantastic. It's his face that does it for me.
Yeah, I didn't actually see it when he live. So, but you just know he only did it for probably a split second. But that clip, that image of it is just taken the timing to perfection.
Absolutely
so
brilliant.
Good.
Have you seen his reasoning for it as well?
What did he say?
Something along the lines of where the France crowd were giving a stick.
Oh, fair enough. He remembers.
But that final, that's what we're here to talk about tonight.
Exciting.
Possibly the best. I almost said the other day, it was the best cup final I've ever seen, but it's not true. But definitely the best international cup final I've ever seen.
I'd agree.
What's the best cup final you've seen?
Oh, you're not going to like it.
Man United. Oh, is it Liverpool?
It's Liverpool.
Yeah.
The Champions League.
Yeah. Of course. Yeah. 4-4.
What?
Yeah.
Is this
AC
the one
Milan.
where the seasons when AC Milan, Juventus, and all that got the points of match fixing? That one. Yeah, I thought. Yeah.
That's the one. So Newcastle just scored there, and I can't work out if it's going to stand or not. But Callum Wilson's had the ball in the back of the net anyway. But yeah, that Liverpool one, it was a spectacle. If nothing else, you can't deny that.
Literally game of two halves.
Yes, but this one on the weekend, it was offside. Git. This one at the weekend was just a completely different level.
It was great because I was pretty much neutral. Obviously, I was happy for Messi to, whatever. I was leaning towards them a little bit more, maybe, but I was very happy for France to come back in the game. I was like, right, go on then. If you're going to come back to 2-2, come on then. What you got? I was absolutely loving it. End to end, wasn't it? A time where you think it's going to be cagey and quite nervy. They were like, screw it, let's just go for it. It was literally one almost nearly scored, other side nearly scored. Emi Martinez makes that save, and then Lautaro Martinez puts a header wide, like within 30 seconds of the ball going the other end. It was absolutely fantastic.
That was the worst header I've ever seen. That
terrible substitution.
I think that's the save of the tournament, though.
Oh, 100%.
Save.
Yeah,
without a doubt.
That single handedly won them the World Cup.
Yeah, it did. And that's I can't remember the guy's name. The France guy, he came off the bench. I think it was like Tuani or somebody. He's brilliant. Yeah, he was a game changer. Really busy player. Yeah.
Strange how I suppose sometimes you need like a good player like that to come on and have an impact as opposed to starting.
Oh, I can see why he doesn't start. I can see because his style of play is suited for when the game opens up. But if he's doing that 10 minutes into the game, he'll lose it too often.
He's going to
I can see why he'll always be a good sub, but very useful player.
I'll have to. I was watching Philip DeFranco on YouTube. He does like a little news.
I know him. Yeah, I know him.
He covered it last night or the night before, and he was talking about Argentina winning the World Cup, and they were on about Martinez's last-minute save.
Yeah,
but they showed the one against the Australia game.
Brilliant.
Grand Koala. I was like, that is just so American. Well done,
I was going to say, do you boys feel like when, because obviously the World Cup it's not just about us football fans, is it? It's a global event. So people that are fair weather fans watch it. Do you feel like a bit of gatekeeping, like when someone mentions it and it's like, you don't watch football? Because it should be for everyone, and we shouldn't be like that. But especially when Americans talk about football, I'm always like, you don't. You don't care.
It's more to do with Americans than anybody else.
It is, yeah.
And it's just
one of them with any football event for me. So if someone starts talking to me about football, I'll entertain it, and then I'll throw something out there to see how much they actually know. And the second they're like, it's just one of them.
Yeah.
It's like a big boxing fight or a big UFC fight. They'll watch it, and I'm like,
shit.
Yeah, I'm out.
Yeah,
I've been found out.
Yeah.
But yeah, you still come back every week. It's like Mbappe and Rabiot versus Argentina. French lads on the vino the night before.
Food poisoning.
I mean, yeah, that was good of them to get their excuse in before kickoff, wasn't it?
Bit of conspiracy, yeah.
Yeah. Speaking of conspiracies, there was a class one on Twitter about how it all been engineered for Mbappe and Messi in the final because of PSG and Qatar.
That's right.
That's what I said last week, isn't it? I'm pretty sure I said last week.
Yeah, but it's pretty frightening, isn't it, when you think about it, how likely it is.
Exactly.
And then you've got to look at like the referees in the tournament as well. Could be a casual tennis. And the same with casual tennis. That's my Sweden. Does anybody watch tennis?
He's not going to be happy. He's a big tennis fan.
Who, Mbappe is?
No, there's a guy commenting. I'm pretty sure that's Muzz commenting. We play a bit of tennis, me and him. But I'm terrible. He's a proper tennis fan.
Yeah.
I don't even pretend.
Still knocking about, isn't he?
Has Andy just put something in the chat?
Yeah.
You check it out.
Go on. So it's basically him celebrating with a Mbappe doll, but as a baby doll. It's got Mbappe's face on it. In the celebrations.
Very weird.
You're into it now, Crippy.
Oh, I can see him. Yeah, watch yourself.
Watch yourself, lad.
Yeah, I'm seeing it now.
He went to Wimbledon.
Yeah, I'll beat you at badminton.
Tennis, schmenis, badminton. There's only one sport that matters. So yeah, other things in the final. Mbappe's penalties. Based on everything we said last week, didn't it?
See, I told you. He'd take all three.
Yeah.
You back him. If he scores the first one, you got to back him to do it again.
What I liked as well is how he put every single one of them in the same spot. Yeah. Just that's confidence.
And it psychs the goalkeeper out because the goalkeeper will second guess because he's not going to do it again. He knows I know. So it's a really good psych out way.
And then Messi's penalty in the shootout was just
the bottle he's got.
Absolute thing of beauty.
Pirlo's is still going to be the best one, isn't it? The Panenka. That's always going to be the gold standard, I think. But my God, Messi, that's bottle.
To do that in the first penalty in the shootout of the World Cup final.
I was going to say, what about Zidane's penalty?
Yeah, he did it too.
That was the World Cup final.
After scoring a free kick.
Can't remember that one, if I'm being honest.
Where he got sent off, he chipped it, hit the bar down.
That was against us. Yeah, he scored twice.
No, against Italy in the World Cup final.
Oh, my apologies.
Yeah.
Your memory's too good, man.
That's good. Yeah, fair play.
Youth on your side.
I'm younger than you two as well.
There's not much between you two. I've got the excuse here. But yeah, just like on the back of what we were saying about what I was saying about Kane last week, he shouldn't have taken the second, especially if he was going to have to take a third, and then Mbappe just goes, "Watch how it's done, lads."
Yeah.
There was a lot of talk.
Sorry, I was just going to say on Mbappe, like, he's a hell of a player, isn't he?
He's
legitimately he is a hell of a player.
Goal as well.
That's exactly what I was just about to bring on to.
Yeah.
That strike was unbelievable.
It really is.
That was worthy of winning the World Cup, to be honest. It was that good of a goal.
Yeah. The confidence he had to take it on.
Is that he leaves PSG.
Yeah.
That's my only hope.
It'll be Real or nobody. That's the only place I'll go
try
to.
Somewhere else.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I don't even care as long as it's not Liverpool, but I just want him to go anywhere else.
Oh, could you imagine? Oh, the insufferable.
I can imagine it. That's the thing.
He's absolutely class.
The other thing we've got on from that game is now, although Messi's come out and said he's not going to stop playing for Argentina, hasn't he? So this might not be the case.
You'd just retire on that, wouldn't you?
I would, yeah.
He's football, completed it, mate.
Yeah.
His last kick of the game was a penalty.
Yeah. It's perfect.
But there was commentators were saying it quite a bit as well, and it does kind of make sense. Is this now them passing the torch to Mbappe? Is it now his time to shine, him and Haaland? I don't think they're going to have the same sort of.
Who else is there going to be? Bellingham,
potentially,
rocket?
depending on where he goes.
Foden. Honestly, we've got a lot of English talent. Could be the next, the next ones to shine.
Would be
Why
nice,
not?
wouldn't it?
Jesse Lingard.
If the whole
Yeah.
world was
youngster.
Who? Did you say
Jesse
Jesse
Lingard?
Lingard?
Lingard.
Yeah, he's up and comer, isn't he?
I'll tell you what, though, on that, it was quite sad. I don't know if you've been on YouTube watching Sturridge do his previews.
Sturridge is a muppet. He's a muppet.
It's just,
Sturridge is a grade A muppet. I don't
it's
care.
just sad to
Honest
see
to God,
so many English
No,
players
not
miss
sad.
out.
No, Daniel Sturridge, he's a grade A muppet. I'm not going to say anything else. He's just a muppet. Don't know if he came up on my TikTok the other day, and I was just sat there cringing. I was like, "What am I watching?"
Yeah.
I'm pleased I haven't seen any of this.
I'll
So,
say as soon as
It's basically just him doing previews and trying to be jokey. But my gripe wasn't really about that. It was more so that the fact that he's sort of watching England, and I think he's only like 32, 33 or something, and he was meant to be our big, next best thing when it comes to being a striker. He's fallen by. Obviously, Welbeck as well fallen by.
Yeah.
So many players should have been there by now, but didn't quite make the cut. Careers just fell apart.
Though,
It's a shame
some of
it
it
comes.
comes.
Isn't it?
Well, there's that as well.
Yeah.
But also, do you not think a lot of it comes down to our media as well? Someone gets built up to that level, and the media
we love
just
to
has
break
to
it
put them down.
We absolutely love it.
What was this? If Foden gets off the wing, he might have a chance. Might as well play him centre.
He will.
I
He will soon.
Down the middle.
He will eventually. I don't know if because Guardiola said that he sees him as a midfielder, but he's just a bit too raw to begin with. Did he? Oh, yeah.
Did he drop his phone and break his arm?
Yeah.
I need to. Do I need to watch these Sturridge things?
You don't have to. Just know that it's cringe.
Just so you can understand my annoyance.
Remember, Liam is obviously an Everton fan as well. I think it's cringy, but Liam hates it. Liam probably hates it.
You're saying that because he's from Birmingham? No, that's why. He's one of you, isn't he? So
yeah.
I'm going to have to.
I don't claim him though.
Be my homework.
I'm not claiming Sturridge.
Oh, dodgy keeper. I don't know what else have we got. Southgate. Gareth Southgate is staying on until the 2024 Euros.
Good news for me.
Great news for me.
Yeah,
we're not going to lose.
Well, yeah.
It
was pretty funny seeing Newcastle fans on Twitter pretending like Eddie Howe wouldn't be a great manager for England. They're like, "Oh, if Southgate goes, who will we appoint?" Yeah, shut up, Newcastle fans. You know exactly who we're looking at. That was hilarious to see.
Me too. I'm liking this. To be fair, is there anything good on TikTok? Well, that depends whether you're a nonce.
What?
Depends whether or not you're a nonce.
I thought you said that.
I should get the tape off the air.
We're ruined. We're absolutely ruined.
These are not the views of Watch Football.
I'm 40. I shouldn't be on TikTok. What were we saying?
Southgate.
So Eddie Howe's safe for a couple of years, so that's good. Our England's safe for a couple of years. I'm sticking with yes. As I said before, words. He's good in the tournaments. Nations League aside, that doesn't count.
In 2 years' time, though, do you think we'll be able to challenge? Because I look at our back line, and I'm not sure. It's always been one.
Striker positions are worrying.
Yeah, because Kane in 2 years.
Who we actually trust is Tomori's. He's got the ability. Is he going to get a chance?
Why wasn't he there? What more has he got to do? He's gone away, won a title, played well.
Southgate must have missed his flight instead of going over to watch him.
Ben White as well. I guess he's going to be in contention. He'll play qualifiers. I'm sure he'll play a couple of games in the qualifiers.
Yeah,
Eric Dyer.
I think he was quite unlucky not to go.
There was obviously a situation that I think he's like 27, Dyer. So maybe might have to double check that.
I think he's just one of those who feels old because they feel like they've been around forever.
He's been around for ages, hasn't he? But he was like Ali. He joined sort of young and was thrust into the team quite quickly. So he's played a lot of games. Yeah, 28. So I guess he'll be maybe. Yeah.
To be fair,
defenders.
He might be one of the
30s.
And Stones as well. Stones is still
28.
Same age.
Yeah, Maguire. I think it's Maguire's there as well. So they'll all be 30 by the time that tournament comes around, which could be it could be a blessing or a negative, couldn't it? Either you could say, oh, they're experienced now, they'll be better, or they've lost their legs a bit.
They've lost
and
their legs.
It'd be like the Belgium debate again, won't it? Could be.
Yeah. But the midfield is going to be extra special.
Yes.
Foden and Bellingham, they'll be like hitting their prime by that point.
Yeah.
We just need a striker alongside or instead of Kane.
It's going to be Kane. It's going to be Kane. It's going to be.
If Southgate's there, Kane's there.
Yeah. I think Declan Rice is 23 now, so he's got so many more tournaments ahead of him.
Yeah.
Calvin Phillips 26.
Well, Declan Rice, Bellingham, Foden, Saka.
Yeah.
Who else was there that we've had in there?
Yeah. Rashford, I guess. Yeah.
Squad. Rashford.
Yeah, if Rashford gets his head out his ass, falls back in love with the game.
He really surprised me against Iran. I think it was Iran when he came off. I was like, fair play. He's got that bit of a swagger back to him.
I'm scared about that. Andy's saying that Kane will be number 9 into his 40s.
I just looked him up, and he's only 29, Kane. So he'll definitely be leading the line at the Euros.
He'll absolutely be there.
Yeah.
We need to start looking for a replacement, definitely.
There'll be Tammy Abraham, won't it? Or if Calvert-Lewin turns into an actual striker who can play more than 10 minutes, then
Tammy as well. Tammy's one who should have been there.
Tammy's a good shout. Obviously, Ivan Toney ain't going to be anywhere near it. It's just had another 30 counts of. So he's 262 breaches of the rules now.
I just don't understand it.
Has he got a ban now or what?
And the FA were like, "Oh, there's nothing to do with his betting. He's not in the team for football reasons." It's like, "Oh yeah, really?"
Still under investigation, and they've just uncovered another 30.
God Almighty!
Today. So it's up to 262.
I also want to find out some of these bets because I just want to know what they are. Like, if he bet on himself, then fair play. Do you know what I mean? Like,
probably be scattered. I know. I reckon they'll just be scattered around every game. He probably like what Joey Barton wasn't it? Joey Barton did the same. He just bet on everything for God knows how long. Just accumulated a massive loss in the end. It's like, mate, why? Like why do you all the ways to invest your money? Betting on the sport you're in is so dumb. There's so many better ways to.
Yeah, what's Tony doing? That's it.
Another one.
Everyone's asking, what is he playing at? You got the world at your feet.
Why
do you need to bet on the sport as well? I mean, at the end of the day, the footballer's career is over pretty much as soon as it starts. It's so brief. You have plenty of time to put some bets on when you're out of the game.
I know. And also, I'd argue that like Tony is one player where in 2 years, 4 years' time, is he still going to be a good enough striker to be getting an England call-up? Sometimes players peak early, don't they?
Yeah, true.
There's some players you think, well, it had to be now because I can't see you staying in the team in the future. It's like, I hate to be mean, but Callum Wilson was probably that guy. I thought if he doesn't get to when he peaks, that's it. I don't think he'll be in the England team for a long period of time. He'll have his moment where he'll be one of the best English strikers because he knows where the back of the net is. But if he doesn't get.
The thing is with Callum Wilson, his legs are made of balsa wood, so he's got no chance. Do you think Bowen will get included?
Yes.
Well, he barks his ideas up, he should have been before, shouldn't he? But he dipped a bit, didn't he?
Apparently he's been playing like central for West Ham now as well, and some of the friendlies been playing, and he's flourished.
I'm a big fan of his, and hopefully he'll get his chance, and he needs to get away from West Ham. Go somewhere bigger.
It's a shame, really, because I thought that was a good move for him as they were overachieving, and I thought that'd be good. It's less pressure at West Ham, but obviously it's not quite panned out now. He's getting dragged down with them.
I can't believe this game's still 0-0. It's 0-0, but we're just peppering them. It's getting on me wick a little bit.
But everyone's happy about Southgate. I know we kind of went on a bit of a tangent, didn't we?
Yeah.
Well, we're good at that.
If there's one thing last week as well,
we're good at.
He needs to stay to this next tournament because by then, if Newcastle have pushed on, could have a new manager, and Eddie Howe will be free by that stage.
Yeah, I think it's going to be good timing.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, that one that you said, the hypothetical of a couple of years, Eddie Howe will move on because he'll have done everything he can. Then good time for him to go in.
Yeah.
But on the flip side, if Eddie Howe does start winning everything with Newcastle, we're not exactly going to get rid of him to bring in a bigger name if the one we've got's already doing it.
I'd love it if he stayed on. I was surprised that he's done so well, obviously, because you just know there's always an English.
You'd love
it. You'd love it. It's funny, isn't it? You always think the English manager is going to be the fall guy, and he'll eventually get sacked like they always do. But fair play, there's every reason why he could stick around. And clearly, Newcastle aren't going to rush their ascent, are they? They're happy to bide their time and sign the right players for the right money when the timing is right.
Yeah, they're all about doing it properly.
He won't be under big pressure.
What do you make to Carragher's comment about the England manager should be English?
I didn't hear what he said.
I've never. He did a little article about it saying the England manager should be English. That's it.
My God, Almiron's back to being Almiron.
Oh dear.
My God, he had a tap in an open goal and he managed to pull it backwards.
All right, I thought he was going to say he scored a worldie or something.
No, he's back to being.
Judging by that reaction.
Yeah.
No. Opposite. So what Carragher saying that the England manager has to be English,
or should be English.
I can see where he's coming from, but really it shouldn't matter.
No, there's not. If we had a massive array of English managers, I'd say yeah, but we don't, and it's like that's why we bloody hired Sam Allardyce, because there was that thing of got to be English, and it's like but what if the English manager sucks?
100% record though. 100% record.
100% record. Yeah. I cannot believe he was. Southgate was the point that made sense because he worked with the youth. But before then, they really thought Allardyce was the one. I honestly cannot believe they fell for it. I just stunned that the FA thought that was a good appointment.
Fucking hell, they've just shown the Almiron chance there.
I've just seen it as well.
And that's what happens when he uses his right foot. Fuck me. Oh my God.
Not having that one. I'm not having that one again. Using his right foot. He's a professional footballer.
What do you boys think? Where do you boys think Southgate can improve as a manager? Because obviously he has his flaws.
Making big decisions.
Yeah,
the
substitutions.
Testicles.
Like Harry Kane.
Yeah.
He needs to fall out of love with his favourites a bit, you say. He needs to stop having his... Yeah.
Yeah, live on the edge a little bit. Try something new. Have the balls to change things.
If we're in desperate need for a goal, bring on a striker. Instead
of two defenders.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd understand if you throw on like Eric Dyer up front. At least it's a target man. But
Grealish.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The invisible man.
Do you think we'll do anything in the Euros?
We'll probably play a few games, yeah.
Honestly,
I don't know whether being so far away and
semis are a minimum.
They have to be.
That's it.
They?
Yeah. Because
we're a top four European nation, aren't we?
Yeah, we should.
Allegedly, yeah. Stop being reactive and make teams worry about us for once.
That's fair. That's fair. Because we did that against France. We had a period of time where they let us have the ball, but we were giving them some problems. We just wasn't for the whole game.
Yeah.
And clear-cut chances weren't created. The playmakers.
Obviously, the USA game was the biggest example of that.
Yeah. Got scared.
Just have a bit more faith in what you've got.
More bottle. I do think though that not in a negative way, but the pressure to play certain players does affect Southgate in a positive way in regard to Foden, because starting Foden against France is a big call for Southgate, because Foden is more of a luxury player. He does work hard because he's got that instilled from him at City, but you know that if Southgate had the choice without being judged, he'd probably prefer someone who's a bit more even, a bit more balanced. Foden is definitely more of an attacking player, likes to get into space, doesn't really care about his position as much. He just wants to find the ball. And Southgate's always like, don't like that. I like rigid structures. So that was a positive, seeing that Southgate said, yeah, fair play, I'll keep Foden in, and he's just too good to leave out. So that's a better attitude than he had from the Euros, I'd say.
Yeah, actually listening to people.
Once.
And that.
Thing.
Yeah.
Once did he go to a back five or back four?
Yeah.
Because that's what I
Yeah.
expected against France, especially against France.
We all thought I thought he was going to do it, and then I'm glad he stuck to his guns.
Playing a 5-5, just nobody up front. Because let's be honest, Kane isn't going to be up front, is
When
he?
you're parking the bus on Football Manager,
Yeah.
bring them back.
Southgate would be the most boring dad. Well, he's the most boring man in the world apart from James Milner. So yeah,
But you know where you stand.
So.
He ain't exciting, but you know where you stand with Southgate, isn't he? He's a
what?
reliable old horse.
Southgate, he's an Aston Villa fan, is he not?
I believe so.
Former
Yeah.
Villa player, yeah.
Yeah.
We hold him in high regard. He was a good defender for us, you know. It's good.
To be fair, he was.
Yeah. More than professional. You'd slag him off behind his back for sure, but on the pitch, you couldn't say a bad word about him when it comes to his application and whatnot. But you'd say, yeah, that guy's a boring so and so, you know.
Oh, he's totally boring.
Yeah,
but I think in a way that kind of makes him what he is. Like,
yeah,
no nonsense, gets the job done.
No, and weirdly enough, weirdly enough though, the young players like him, and it's like because you know sometimes you get a manager that's a bit of like a stick in the mud that you don't think or have a hit with young players. Like Roy Hodgson was one of them. I always find it so funny how like the Palace players loved him, and even like the players like Zaha, all the
that's like going to his granddad, don't he? He probably had a word as original
he is, every time
he got knocked up.
But you can just imagine Hodgson be like not understanding a thing that Zaha says. Like not understanding any slang from South London or anything like that. Couldn't you? Yeah, you couldn't. You just they're so polar opposites, aren't they? And same with Southgate. He's so he'd never say anything to piss anyone off, would he, Southgate? He's like Ned Flanders. So I do find it funny how the young players really do enjoy playing for him.
I'm loving that. If he had the cojones the size of his nose, it'd be hard as fuck. Quality.
It's a big schnoz.
It is a beak and a half for sure.
Yeah.
I
hope semi-finals. Yeah.
Yeah. Like Liam says, has to be the minimum.
I think so.
And then, if he gets beyond that, do we keep him on for a bit longer, or?
No, that's what he's done now.
I'd offer him. I'd have it based on performance. I'd say, okay, we'll let you have the World Cup because you did so well in the last two tournaments, but you have to prove yourself in the Euros now because we feel we've got a good crop of youngsters that have got a couple more tournaments in them that they can do something. So if you don't do well in the Euros, we'll probably look to somebody else. But if you perform and we're happy with what we've seen here, then yeah, I think he should be given a chance to get a new deal. But we can't have another bad qualifying round. You know, it's got to be solid.
It would be very Leicester of us, wouldn't it, if we won the thing and then, well, your contract's up, so you might as well just go.
Yeah.
Thanks for the success. Now fuck off.
But that's what would happen. He'd get a new contract, and then we wouldn't qualify for the World Cup or something.
I know. It'd be like Sir Alf Ramsey. Just like Alf Ramsey. He was the manager we won the World Cup with, and then we didn't even qualify for the next tournament. I think it was that bad.
Oh, sorry,
Ash,
it's just we're England fans are funny because we when we get a taste of like the good life, we get so arrogant and we forget how bad it was before him. Like we got knocked out to Iceland and quarterfinals were the furthest we went since 1990, wasn't it? There it is. So it does feel like Southgate's getting, if by comparisons, the grief that Southgate gets, I think, is so harsh compared to like how Sven and Capello and whatnot. They underperformed as managers with England, whereas
they did.
But Southgate still gets treated sort of, I feel, a bit harshly.
He does.
For me, I think it's because we should have won it. Could have won it. The Euros, the World Cup, and the World Cup before that.
Yeah.
We had the chance to win it.
Yeah.
And then getting relegated out of the Nations League.
Losing on penalties in a final is like unforgivable, isn't it? It's like give everything you've got for it not to go to that, for it not to go that far. I think that was one thing. I think he realised that as well, that maybe he should have been a bit more bold because Italy was scared of us. But they passed us off the park because we let them.
His mind in the World Cup why he's not gone to a back five.
I think so.
Like going so defensive against Italy. When we went 1-0 up, we took the lead very, very early, but play to our advantage, use the counter. We had the pace.
Yeah. Because even if you can't defend, we can't defend. We have enough energy in midfield and good attacking players that we can still keep them busy enough where our defense aren't always having to deal with threats. I think that's what he's realizing.
Was bringing on Rashford and Sancho. Who else did he bring on? Who missed a penalty?
Oh God, Sancho.
But whoever he brought on to miss a penalty, bring them on a
Saka,
good 15 minutes earlier.
Saka, yeah, I think
Saka.
Did Saka come on though? I thought he played a big part of it because he got pulled down by Keely, didn't he?
You're right. It might have been Rashford. It might have been Rashford that come on. Or was it? No, was it
Rashford
Sancho?
And Sancho, I think.
I think you're right. Yeah.
But give him like 15, 20 minutes. Bring one at
not take him on cold
extra time, so that way they can come on and the pace scared Italy that night.
Yeah,
that's why I say that Saka got his shirt dragged off him, didn't he? So
yeah.
Well, he got necked.
Yeah.
What the chuff has happened to Jadon Sancho?
Oh, Man United, they do it to a lot of players.
They've killed him, haven't they?
They've completely killed him.
It seems Man United and Chelsea at the minute are very good at absolutely destroying people with potential.
I'm obviously I'm not a professional player. I'm an amateur player. I am a million miles off what he'll ever be. But all I can say from personal experience, when when you're at a club where the standards dip, if you're not a person who is outspoken and leads training, gets the players G'd up, you can find yourself getting dragged down with them. And then you go home when training finishes. You don't stay behind later. You just leave when it's done. You get your paycheck, you play, and that's it. And then you're not pushing yourself. And then eventually, when standards dip across the whole team, it affects you. And I think that's what happened with him. That he probably had it too easy because they're in transition, and he didn't have anyone pushing him and saying you're not going to play if you don't play well. And he was happy just to be, I'm the big fish, I'm an expensive player, whatever, and just hasn't quite grafted enough to stay on those levels. Because at Dortmund, we know what Dortmund do to their players. They work very hard with young players, and that's why they can. You'll get given the chance if you apply yourself straight away. They don't hang about. But United have ruined a lot of players because standards have dipped in recent years.
Yeah, Breeze just saying the curse on Man U. Andy, saying he's got to Man United and be destroyed like they do most players.
Yeah,
it's sad because I thought he was going to be class. And
me too.
I gotta laugh at this. I know Crippy plays footy, you two play. Yeah, mate, I'm a fucking striker. I'm up front every week, mate. Loaded for me pace.
The thing is, like, I'm laughing at that because it's everyone's goal too. But I can't play anymore because I dislocated my knee.
He's one of them. I would have been there.
I actually have dislocated my knee.
Yeah.
So, like,
I was just about to sign for Everton.
I mean, I will throw out I did have travel at Blackburn, but that was it.
Did you actually?
Yeah.
Nice.
Oh, fair play. I never had travel. Never good enough.
That's me.
Ashes a box to box. Yeah.
See, I was a good keeper, mate, back in the day. When I could actually get off the ground and move. But no, it has been a while since I've done anything remotely physical.
But on Sancho, it's definitely it usually is to do with the player not, because even I think Rooney admitted it before as well. He admitted that he could have worked a bit harder later in his career to stay at those levels, fitness wise and athleticism wise. And I think Sancho's probably just doing the bare minimum. And because it's like with Rashford. You look at Rashford was posting those videos on social media, working hard well before pre-season, and he's had a better start because of it. So I do think it's as simple as just working harder and pushing yourself.
I remember he hasn't had to just eat, has he? Fucking hell.
Exactly.
Going to the chippy. Stop burning the calories, man.
Yeah, not a chance. Delivered.
So do you think if Sancho maybe got a move that he could resurrect it?
To the right club. Needs to be someone that pushes him.
Come across the M6 if he wants.
I'd have him at Newcastle. You imagine Eddie Howe would get the best out of him.
Yeah.
You managed to get the shit that he put our team through when he first arrived was unbelievable. Because
you know what it's like when someone's they can be annoying, but it's beneficial to the team when they're always pushing you and saying, "Come on, do better." It just forces you to improve because you don't let them down. And then
and you don't hear that shit anymore.
Exactly. So yeah, if he moves on, I can't imagine him being a success at United. I don't know.
No,
I don't think so.
I think.
But how do they
I
get
think
rid of
that
him?
ship's
Because he's going to be
sailed
on a
now.
fat wedge as well.
Who wants him though, Liam? That's the thing.
He'd
Isn't
go
it?
on loan somewhere probably, and then but no one's going to spend money on him.
I wonder if he want to
Unless
go
it's like,
abroad again.
what's his face? Depay.
Yeah,
Barcelona wanted to get rid of him for like 1 mil, 2 mil, something like
yeah.
that.
Yeah, but no
That's
one
a hell
put
of an
it in.
example though, Depay, because he then did buck his ideas up. He realised he wasn't
Yeah.
the star he
Well,
thought he
smashed it
was,
early on, didn't
and he
as
humbled
well?
himself. Yeah, he humbled himself in France, and now he's a hell of a player. Because he always had the potential to be, but his attitude stunk.
Yeah.
But he learned the hard, same as Zaha too. They learned the hard way that it wasn't going to be given to them. They had to earn it for themselves. So yeah,
Best thing Zaha ever did was going back to Palace.
100%. Really humble move to admit that you're not quite at that level and just play where you're comfortable and where you're a bit more loved, but also be an asset to the team. And
Yeah.
Zaha will be a Palace legend for that, which is the right move.
Right. So, like between now and next week, when we're back on, is next week we're going to be early, aren't we? We're going to do 7 o'clock next week. Is that right? We will have had some Premier League matches.
Very exciting.
Which is
very
nice.
excited.
Can't wait.
I'm not. It's been so like stress free for the past couple of weeks.
So yeah, I think part of the reason I've just not been able to get into that World Cup was because it halted Newcastle's run. They were doing so well, and now this break, and it could go either way after. And that's
well,
been on my mind for
like you said. So
he's back with a vengeance after that finish. Christ.
Same with Villa. Villa had 3 wins out of 4 before the break, so it was like a bit annoying.
Yeah, can they pull it back?
Yeah.
Right, so let's get to some score predictions. First off, on Boxing Day, 12:30 kickoff, Brentford versus Tottenham. I actually did knock up some predictions somewhere. This dual screen format is going to be the death of me one of these days.
I think Brentford could do something there. It's hard, isn't it? Because there's going to be a dodgy result because of obviously the disruption with the World Cup. So there is going to be a game where it just goes a completely different way than you expect. But I think Brentford could do something. I've
gone very sort of conservative with all of mine. I've gone 2-1 to Tottenham.
Right.
Purely because that's how I expect it should go. But with it being, like you just said, it's weird.
Someone's going to get thrashed, aren't they? I say 1-1 too, but someone's going to get thrashed out of the blue, isn't it? And it's going to be like, okay, there we go.
Yeah, it's either going to one of those things, isn't it? It's either going to be one of those fixture lists that there's going to be no goals, or it's just going to be all
crazy.
Goals.
Yeah.
Liam, have you got a prediction for that one, Mike?
Tottenham 2-1. Hurricane's going to score a penalty.
You're probably spot on, to be honest.
Yeah.
So I've gone 2-1 as well.
Yeah.
Next up, we have Palace versus Fulham. Again. Oh, actually, I've gone 2-1 Fulham.
Oh.
Fulham are on fire, to be fair.
They're not bad away from home. Yeah, Fulham aren't bad at all. And it's London derby. Although Fulham are West London.
We know who's getting thrashed.
Oh, Andy.
Andy, have some faith in me.
Come on, Andy, mate. Come on.
So I'm going 2-1 Fulham. I think they'll just edge it. Liam, how are you going with this one?
I'm going to go 2-2.
Mm-hmm. Did you give a score there, Crippy, or not?
I'll go 1-1.
Oh, we're going draws.
Yeah, pathetic. Sitting on the fence.
2-1, Randy. He's been copying my homework again.
Yeah.
This one, Everton versus Wolves. Kick us off, Liam.
3-0 Wolves. Yeah.
3-1. Taste Kuna, if he's playing, is going to score the first goal.
The new £50 million man.
And I've just realised, as I've fucking been slagging them off, that we're playing them, aren't we? I don't know why I've just done that.
Yeah.
So you've got no confidence in this one then?
No, 3-1 Everton. 3-1.
Oh, 3-1 Everton, but
Kuna's
going to score for Wolves.
Everton have got to win.
Kick off.
If you can't beat Wolves at home, Yeah, that's that in it. You got to win it. Got to win it.
Are you backing Everton as well then, Crippy?
2-1, yeah. I reckon 2-1.
I've got 1-0 Everton.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
I'm backing them as well. My lot, Leicester, Newcastle, the James Maddison derby. Watching this tonight, I don't even know if we're going to score again this season. So I don't know. But I have gone 3-1 to us because I was a lot more confident when I did that than I was before I watched the first half of this thing. Crippy, what have you got, mate?
It's a tough one because obviously Newcastle away from home, but Newcastle don't. I reckon a draw because Newcastle do draw a lot of games, so I'll go 1-1.
We do, yeah, especially away. Oh shit!
It'll be an annoying draw because obviously Leicester are a team that they probably would beat, but yeah.
Of course, yeah. I mean, we haven't got their game on the list. That's why. So Andy's going 1-0 for Everton as well. I swear to God, he's just copying me.
Yeah.
And 1-3 for Leicester Newcastle. I mean, come on. So you're going with the draw, Crippy?
Yeah, 1-1, I reckon.
1-1. Liam, what are you thinking?
Don't know. See how you go in the second half. Leicester 2-0 now. Half time. At home, it's going to be close. It's going to go 2-1 Leicester.
2-1 Leicester. It could go that way. Yeah.
They're in good form, Leicester, to be fair. Obviously, Newcastle are too, but yeah, Leicester at home, they are good.
Let's answer this one. How do you guys know each other? Short answer is we don't. It's true.
Yeah.
We all write for the same company, and we just decided we'd do a podcast together. And
why the hell not?
The first podcast we did was literally the first time we spoke, wasn't it?
Yeah.
But apart from me and Liam, who had a brief chat the week before when we said we'd set it up.
I literally talk to you boys more in the podcast than I do outside of the podcast.
I literally talk to you guys more than I talk to anybody else.
Yeah.
You poor bastards. Southampton and Brighton up next. Liam, what you got?
Brighton 2-1.
Nice one. Yeah, Crippy.
Yeah, Brighton 2-1. I agree.
I've gone Brighton 2-0.
Yep.
What's Andy got? For fuck's sake, man!
I think he's just typing fast when you say it.
Yeah.
He's just waiting.
Cheers. Oh, cheers, Breeze. Appreciate that, man.
Nice one, Muzz. You know Southampton are going to win then, obviously. They're going to just win 5-0 for no reason whatsoever.
Oh, of course they are.
And then they're going to go on a run for some reason, just to piss us off.
All right, this one's for you, Crippy. Villa, Liverpool.
1-1. We're quite good at the moment, so I think we can keep Liverpool quiet. I hope. So yeah, 1-1. Fingers crossed.
Liam, how many have you got Liverpool getting beat by?
I'd love it. I'd love it.
I'd love it if we beat them.
They've. I don't know. Is Martinez going to be work?
Probably not.
Yeah.
Well, it's Boxing Day.
I don't know. He's going to be
Boxing
partying,
Day. He's got a week. He's
a
few days to get over the hangover.
Yeah.
3-0 Liverpool.
Whoa!
That
took a turn, didn't it? I thought he was going to be conservative.
Luis Diaz has had a month of rest. Diego Jota's had a month of rest.
Yeah, Liam, do you know what, mate? Wolves to win 5-0. How about that? Change my.
It doesn't bother me.
Andy's gone 2-1, and I have something different, so that's good.
Good.
Change it now. That's why.
I've gone 2-0.
Yeah.
To Liverpool. I don't like it. I don't want it to be that, but that's what it's going to be.
No, but literally, because Salah's had a month off, Jota's had a month off. Oh, he's injured actually, but Luis Diaz has had a month off. All their players have had rest.
True.
Yeah.
True.
But Emi Martinez, if he is back, he's going to come back buzzing.
Should do. We have no excuse not to play well already because, like I said, a lot of our team has been in the camp. They haven't really had been a ways. But you know what's going to happen? It's like, yeah, we've had all the rest, but we suck. I don't know. Emery does command high standards, so I hope that he drilled them.
You would think so, wouldn't you?
I know.
He's had the perfect time there to get most of his players together.
But it's like when they get a sub, you know, they bring a sub and they go, oh yeah, he'll have fresh legs, and then he's like terrible and looks awful. It's like it's just like that sometimes, isn't it? It doesn't work like you think it will.
Another London derby, Arsenal and West Ham.
Yeah.
This has got to be Arsenal, hasn't it?
Yeah.
I've gone 3-0. And that's not a reflection of how bad I think West Ham are. I think that's just how good Arsenal has been this season.
Yeah.
Liam, thoughts?
Yeah, I'm going 3-0 as well. Moyes is under pressure as well.
Big pressure.
A lot, yeah. And he's gone 3-1.
I'll say 2-1.
2-1.
Yeah.
So an Arsenal clean sweep there.
I never back a clean sheet, even though they've only conceded 4 goals this season. But yeah. Oh, sorry, that was away. 11 goals in the Premier League. Sorry, I was looking at the table. But yeah, I'll say 2-1.
Chelsea and Bournemouth. Crippy, what are you thinking?
I would say Chelsea to win 2-1.
That's exactly what I've got.
Yeah, I'm the Mark Lawrenson of predictions. I'm very boring.
To be honest, looking at Bournemouth tonight, that one's looking very optimistic.
Yeah.
What are you thinking, Liam?
Chelsea 2-0.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it's probably more likely to be 2-0 than 2-1. Looking at
they need to buck their ideas up as well, Chelsea. 5 games without a win, 3 defeats on the bounce. My God. Graham Potter, 4-0.
Bloody hell, Andy. Oh no, what have I done?
Yeah, Chelsea are miles off it, aren't they? They're 8 points adrift of top 4.
Yeah, they're struggling a lot.
God,
the last game before the break was us beating them, which was
nice.
Final one, because the Leeds Man City game plays on the Wednesday and we will have been on the night before. So
yeah,
we'll do that one next week. This one I think is on while we're on Man United versus Forest.
Yeah.
And gone 2-0 Man United. That makes me feel sick. Crippy, you're in agreement? Yeah, Man United win.
3-1. I reckon they could. Yeah, I reckon they might do a number on Forest. Forest are pretty bad away from home. Pretty bad travellers.
They are like.
Yeah.
Liam, thoughts?
I just saw Andy's comment like, "Well, I'm gonna go for a battering like 5-0 United."
Yeah.
I'll put that one back up in a second. He's gone 3-0. You've gone 5.
That's why I laughed.
Yeah.
Yeah, 5-0.
You've gone
5-0.
5. Jesus Christ. No faith in Forest. Yeah, we'll be on the day before.
Next week, Andy.
Yeah.
Andy's got his prediction in. Leeds 1. I mean, that's ambitious. Man City 37, I can see, but where Leeds going to get that goal from?
So I'm going to say it now.
Sorry,
Leeds
Andy.
to win 3-1. There you go.
You reckon Leeds will win?
100%.
Yeah.
He's putting his cards on the table there.
Arsenal will be very happy with that.
I think everyone would be.
Yeah.
I think Andy will going to run.
Except City.
Wouldn't hear from Andy again.
Yeah, Andy will be straight down the chip shop. Get a quid on it. Imagine the odds.
I know.
You shouldn't say that because Crippy will. Crippy loves a shit bet.
Oh, absolutely. I lost. I had a £1 acca. Lost it in the World Cup. That was me done.
Finished.
It was Spain. Spain bottling it to Morocco. That was the only one I didn't have. I was like, yeah, thank you very much. Spain once again. Thank you very much.
67-1. They are 3-1. I know we're not supposed to promote betting, but just said it, haven't I?
There we go.
Yeah. When the fun stops, stop.
Oh,
yes.
I think that's all you have to say these days, isn't it?
That works, doesn't it? Yeah, that does the job.
Gets you off the hook.
Yeah.
Oh, you've got a friend. Right, I think that's it. That's done. I can't believe we've made an hour out of this, talking
Good
about
stuff.
one game, one manager, and a few score predictions. Not bad at all.
Easy peasy.
We're getting good at this crap, lads. But anyone got anything else before we go?
I've got 10% battery, so yeah, that's good stuff.
We'll wrap it up then. Thanks to Breeze and Andy in the comments.
Cheers, Maz.
We've missed Jack tonight, like.
He's playing football. We told him before.
We scared him off.
Right.
Needs to get his priorities right.
Agreed.
I know.
I'm going to have to do something about that now. I'm going to have to doctor that somehow for next week for missing us. Thanks for everybody who's watching, and please like and share it on YouTube and all that stuff. Get it in the algorithm. Help us grow into something worthwhile. And we will see you next week at 7 o'clock because Liam's going to have an early night.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yes.
Which is totally understandable given his job at this time of year.
Absolutely.
Right. Thanks very much, lads, and I'll see you next week.
Cheers, lads.